Same rowdy bonds with me. I'll be laid up in the dirt before you ever take it from me. So take the boy out the truck, take the boy out the mud, put him up in a PJ, he'll still try to get them 40 stuck. So line him up, turn it up and keep him going.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup. We are all set to go, as it'll be the Cleveland Browns taking on the Baltimore Ravens. First 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
When we spent our time talking to the coaches prior to the game, they emphasized that they wanted a quick start to begin things. Most of the time you think about that on the offensive side of the ball, but in this case, it's the special teams that provide that quick start.
Jackson, first play, going to throw. And Walker has it. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it's second down. Well, this defense for the Browns, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
And one of the key numbers that I look at after every game, total yards allowed. They held them under 200 yards of total offense. Just couldn't sustain much of anything against them. Great job showing them different looks and then attacking.
That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive. So we just called his name on the previous snap, and they go right back to him, Charles, for a second consecutive completion.
Yeah, I think what we're discovering on this drive is that he feels like he has answers no matter what defense you throw out there. He reads it, finds the open spot, and is available for the completion.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. You and I, partner, we got the plum assignment this week, an unbeaten team against a one-loss team. Really not much separating these two entering play here today.
Not much at all, and I think for both coaches, they've looked at their team and said, guys, you got to know what you're getting into in this one, and you better be ready to go because you get to answer the big question of the day. Are we as good as we think we are? We're about to find out.
3rd and 2.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he's able to get it to the 33, good enough for a first down. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. And let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
2 yards on the pickup there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the Browns' 31-yard line.
It's hot! Hey, middle! Too hot! Yo.
Jackson. That's going to be knocked away and time, knocking it away. You look at this Browns defense. And they played well against the pass, currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
And it's really difficult to prepare for this team. This is the #1 overall passing team in the NFL. But it shouldn't be hard to get excited about playing against them. The ultimate test going against that unit.
And that's why you and I are excited to broadcast this game.
Yes, sir.
Eighth play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Here's Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 20-yard line. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want their body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Throwing is Jackson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Big gain of 5. 3rd and 7 now. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down.
Now
a handoff up the middle. Lawton. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
A gain of 3. It's 4th down.
An audible here to get a new look. 4th down. Here's Jackson. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. Looking to put a drive together. Now Sanders. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Odafe Owe. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Myles Garrett able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Jackson now. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on 3rd down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. but no chance at yards after the catch there, and they stop him short.
No score after one on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they've got it looking at 4th and less than a yard. Now it's Jackson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And bulldozing his way through. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball through, and it's 2nd down.
I have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
Okay, ready?
2nd and 10.
65, Jack. 65. Ready?
Sanders. He gets this into the hands of Judkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play, one-on-one matchup of someone trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Dragon 60, 70 ranges, 70 ranges.
To throw is Sanders. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a 1st down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
Here's Sanders. And he's got his big wide receiver complete. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback?
Got it. Ready?
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's first and goal.
18.
They'll run from the gun. It's Jenkins. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up second and goal.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on first down.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal.
18. 71. 18. Pioneer. Ready?
To throw now, here's Sanders. Touchdown! From 6 yards away. And the Browns are an extra point away from evening this one up. And he continues to be a focal point of this offense. That's now 10 touchdown catches for him on the year. The extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up first and 10 at their 35-yard line. And he's got his man in stride, complete. From the 44-yard line, here's second down and 1. From the gun, Jackson. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
At the 48-yard line.
Hands it off out of the gun. Down to about the 45.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know you're trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Second and 7. To throw is Jackson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 34-yard line. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Jackson going to keep it. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he will cover up as he's touched down after a short gain. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Second and 7 with our score tied at 7, but they're planning to change that soon. Only question, will they get 3 or 6 out of it? Up the middle they go. Lawton. A pretty nice, strong run, but can't break away. Down just inside the 30. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big third down play.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. I think everyone in the stadium saw that big hit coming.
And I, as a former defensive back, have to admit I'm a little disappointed. He actually was able to hold on to the ball. He brought the lumber on that play. Give my man a whole lot of credit for taking the hit and possessing the football.
And picking up the first down. outside is complete to Andrews, his tight end. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. They work now on 2nd and 9.
Hey, Alpha, sit hot. Sit hot. All right. What is it? Cut.
Now a give, right side. Lawton. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half, as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop him with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. And they'll find the open man. That's complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Jackson going to throw quickly here, complete. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7.
14-7.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. Oh, and a nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. Throwing, Sanders. Wide open receiver, complete. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
1st down, Browns.
Nineteen tight. Stephanie. 50. 18 Rattler.
Sanders to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Line of scrimmage with 31 now on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
From the shotgun, Sanders. That's to Bond. Isaiah Bond. Now a timeout called with 3 seconds to go. And, of course, they're in field goal range in the final seconds of this first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good. And that will do it for this first half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
At their own 36-yard line.
Damn, I miss you, Chester. Sending love from my face compressor. Ground control with a soul like Proleon. Chop you up if I'm under pressure. I don't really want to...
The Browns drive about to get started. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Now a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Sanders. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside. Probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun. Sanders. He's got his target. That's complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. The end result, 21 yards.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
That's taken in by Bond. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Trap alert! Trap alert! 60 Eagles! 6 ready!
On 1st down, here's Judkins. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Off the play fake. Here's Sanders. Looking left side. He's got it. Complete. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard.
But it's 3rd down.
On play action, here's Shador. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4.
Short yardage situation, you have to wonder if they thought they were just going to run it inside. But you have to be cognizant of the back slipping out of the backfield trying to find some open space. And that's exactly what he does to the tune of a 1st down.
Got a man and he hits him in stride. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Browns have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the 2nd half. Play after, right down the middle. And it's now 17-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 6. And here's a handoff out of the gun. He gets away from one. And he's going to have a Ravens first down as he gets this up past the 30 to the 32.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
From the 41, here's second and a yard. Now Jackson taps this forward, jet sweep. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. They need 2. Here's third down.
It's a loss of a yard.
Now Jackson going to shift him around. On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
At the 43-yard line.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 43. Play action. Now Jackson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off.
That went out wide and intercepted. Picked off by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And the Browns are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 3rd down and 1. They'll try and run here with Judkins. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter.
Okay, ready?
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down.
First down, Cleveland.
60 Maverick, Dragon 6, let's go.
Looking to throw. Sanders. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And a great return here gets us all the way down to the 26-yard line. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick six? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
That's for Bateman, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And the Browns are going to get the football back at their own 17.
First and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Another important fourth-quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. Second down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
9 yards, and that leaves them just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
A gain of 10 brings up third and inches.
Judkins going to run it out of the gun. And he is going to have a Browns first down, at least at first glance, as they'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on third and inches. Hasn't been his best afternoon on the ground, far from it, but a critical third down conversion.
This afternoon just got better. All right, you're exactly right. It hasn't been his best in terms of yardage, but that run there, that's the one your teammates look to you and go, okay, that's what we want from you. That's what we need. Now they have a chance to keep moving forward and a chance to win the game.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Here's second and 10. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. They get 6. That'll leave them with third and 4. A few moving pieces on that play because that was an RPO, was it not?
It was, but one important piece that didn't move incorrectly, the offensive line. Because when you're running this play, as he continued down the line of scrimmage, sometimes the lineman can wander downfield. If you're more than a yard downfield, it's illegal to throw the football.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. A seismic shift in momentum here in the fourth quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. Jackson. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Now it's Jackson. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down.
And now offensively it's third and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking,
What have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the first down. Calling a gain of 6 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
On for the field goal. A 31-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. Well, we knew this had the potential to be a tight game, but with less than 3 minutes to play, couldn't be any tighter. We're all tied.
All locked up, right? And this next drive is going to tell us everything we need to know about this game because I want to see how they come out with the football. Are they going to be aggressive and attack downfield? You still got the 2-minute warning to come up? Or are they going to be conservative and try and hold on and maybe just get to overtime?
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this 4th quarter. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the 4th quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production. But how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
And that would be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Oh, that would have been a nice one to hit on in a tie game. You start to think that one big play, maybe the next big play, could turn out to be the game winner. They took the big shot, but it winds up incomplete.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Shador. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. The Browns send out their punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Taking on the midfield logo. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. 47 yards. And the Ravens have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th. Luke now for the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now.
Fix the score. Ravens 24. Browns 17.
So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. This is 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Judkins to start the drive. And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
Here comes second down. He's back to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. I'll tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. They'll come up now. This is second and long.
Ready? 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
They'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
Short gain, last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely. This defense, they're saying go right ahead with those. This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here. Back to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is going to have the Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Well, this offense still has the 1 timeout here, remember. 1st and 10.
60 Vikings, Buffalo 18. Cup 19, Cup 19.
Back to throw. This one is complete to Jenkins. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
I'm starting to wonder here, are they trying to prevent winning? Because right now, they're laying back and they're picking them apart, moving the ball downfield, and they got to start bringing a little pressure towards the quarterback.
77 Wolf.
He'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining.
And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him, but even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
Here's second down.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Stephanie. Viking 18.
And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long. Sanders. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. And now time for one final play that has to be obviously in the end zone.
Can't wait to see what they call, but you want to get it to your best player. Sometimes you have to do it by formation. Move everyone to one side, and maybe he gets a one-on-one isolated on the backside.
Let's go now. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. This ball intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Ravens are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game. Well, CD, for the losing side, they had opportunities in this one, but big plays just didn't go their way, especially late, and they have to suffer the L here.
It certainly felt like that takeaway, once it happened, it knocked the wind out of their sails, and they just couldn't get their equilibrium back.
One hand on his queen, left on the freak. He probably thought they wouldn't meet. Shawty seen everything, and you know she got him beat. Cause her side ain't in the streets. She ain't the one to play with you. Her DMs, they be sliding like base hitters. And mother fellas, they be